Awesome. Okay. Once again, welcome to another session, to another Atlassian community event session for Atlassian Miro. For those who haven't ever met me, my name is Kevin Tway. I'm the Atlassian community lead for Atlassian Miro. And today we're going to go through a learn-a-thon. Basically, a learn-a-thon is getting to go through a course within the Atlassian University, and it is meant to really help us understand more about Jira fundamentals. This is part of a two-part series. We have the Jira fundamentals as well as the conference fundamentals. So without further ado, I will share my screen. First of all, let me open the right bar. Let me just minimize everything. Then I get to my Atlassian profile. Okay, good. I have it here. So let me share my screen. So I started giving you a brief overview of what Atlassian Mirror is all about. And then I'll be able to show you how to be able to go through the Learn-a-thon. So our page is is.atlassian.com/Meru, MERU. Currently, we are standing at 502 members. That's fine. I didn't know we'd hit the 500 mark, which is awesome. We started out not too far. You can see I joined the chapter just last year. I think we're currently a year old. And basically what the chapter is all about is we're trying to bring together a group of enthusiasts, those who are into technology and how they can use technology to make impact in their spaces, especially if they are also Atlassian users or they help their companies make the best of Atlassian products, as well as anyone who is into tech and would want to connect, network, and just ensure that they can be able to collaborate well in a team. So you can see our vision is to become a team impactful chapter in the region, which is now the Eastern region. And our mission is just to bring members together to collaborate, to design, develop, and implement localized solutions to local problems for positive impact, to be specific, positive societal impact. So for today's ACE, which is this one, we're talking about Jira fundamentals. So Atlassian has this wonderful thing called the Atlassian University, where you can be able to upskill on and even get certification on some of the products. For example, Jira, Confluence, think of it like Trello. We're going to just have our run through of the Atlassian University. So if you can see here, so this is how the event will be like. So let me just open the whole Atlassian University link that I've given here. Then you're going to go later on to the Jira fundamentals. So I'm going to try to see whether I can be able to run through the fundamentals and get to understand how you can run through the whole course and even get your badge and also your recognition that you have understanding of Jira fundamentals. So this new thing about Atlassian University, they've slashed the prices with regards to the on-demand training to $39. So what really helps you is it helps you build confidence when you get to know that from all that you've learning there with regards to the university, you have what you call learning paths as well as certifications. So you can do your planning for it. So you can open and plan learning paths or certification. Let's click on plan and see what comes here. So you can see track and receive credit for the content you consume. So if you log in, you can choose login and log on to it. Now let me just log into it because we're about to start. So if I click on plan, so you can be able to see some of the things that I've been able to put into my plan, how I'll be able to do my quick start, and I was able not to do it, then I did it. Things such as trailer fundamentals is also here, and anything. So you can be able to check on your plans or what you can do and edit your plans from this quiz. For example, if I can say, let me say I want to check courses by cloud, and I'll be able to see some of the things that are in my plan. I can even edit my plan. So let's say I don't want to have, okay, these are some of the past things. Let's say I don't want to have the beginner's guide to Agile in Jira, or maybe I can just open it. You can see it is here, but let me just not get into that because that is not the course you wanted. This is also the conference. Let me just open Jira. So that is when I'm editing the plan. Just get to learning paths. You're able to see, so you can see there's it's a free learning path on Jira fundamentals. There's another free learning path on conference fundamentals. There's also another free learning path on Jira service management fundamentals, as well as Trello fundamentals. So you can see I can be able to check on my Jira fundamentals learning path. So you can see who is this learning path for. So what is the, so you get when it is published, the amount of time it can take, the level of specialty. You also get to see the tags around it. Is a free training on demand cloud, and it's all about Jira software. So you can see this short will be able to get you running in just 90 minutes. So you're going to see whether you can be able to run this. Let me just get my charger up. I can see my charge is going low. Then you can continue. Let me just give me a minute. Hey, I'm back. Charger on. Awesome. So this is basically going to help you because maybe as a new Jira user, you might not be understanding what it can also be used for experienced ones who want to just validate their knowledge. Also for teams using Jira and Jira users. I just forgot to say what Jira is all about. So Jira can help you for IT service management. It can also really help you to, as a team, to deal with items such as customer issues, any projects that are there, and also come up with what we call collaboration boards. So how can you use it to manage your work? So let's see, can we, I don't know whether I'd share my sound. Let me just run this.
Need to get started in Jira? Jira Fundamentals has everything you need to get up and running in Jira, all in about 90 minutes. It's self-paced and 100% free. Complete the training in one sitting or spread it out over a few short sessions. Jira has tons of useful features, but to get your work done, you only need to know the basics. In this training program, you'll learn about projects, boards, and issues, and how to collaborate more effectively with teammates. You'll learn how to plan and track your work. Most importantly, you'll learn how Jira can help you be even better at your job. Complete the training and earn an official Atlassian University badge. Add the badge to your resume. Share it with your network. Use it to showcase your new skills and grow your career. Enroll for free in Jira Fundamentals and start building your skills today.
Okay, so that is the first video. Let's get on with it. So let's get started. Consistency is I learned it today. So let's load it. So this is a learn-a-thon. So a learn-a-thon means that we should try our best that within those 90 minutes, we'll have been able to do this. So let's start.
New to Jira, you're in the right place. Welcome to Jira, your go-to tool for managing work with your team. If you landed here, Jira is probably new to you. Maybe your team uses Jira. Maybe your manager required you take this course. Maybe you heard the word Jira for the first time 5 minutes ago. That's all okay by us. Today, you'll start with the basics. Even if it seems complex at first, you'll quickly see how Jira helps you be better at your job. By taking this course, you're helping your team become more transparent, efficient, and collaborative. Remember to focus on the fundamentals and you'll be amazed by what you can do. After this course, you'll be able to start using Jira to organize and manage your work. Explain key terms like issues, projects, and boards. Tips for learning success. Just focus on the basics. No need to be an expert yet. Learn the terms first. Important terms will be highlighted in yellow. Your Jira may look different. That's okay. The concepts and terms are still the same. Don't worry about messing up. You're here to practice. You can always fix mistakes. Follow along in your Jira. Open your Jira and practice side by side with the course. Now that you're settled in, let's start with an overview of Jira. First, meet the Jira product family. Before we dive in, note that there isn't just one Jira. There's a whole family of Jira products. One for every kind of team. Your team may be using one Jira product or many. Why is this important? To get the most out of this course, you'll need to know which Jira product you're using. This course helps you understand the basics of all Jira products, but mostly focuses on Jira software. Click the tabs below to learn about the different Jira products. Jira software. Jira software is the most popular Jira product. It is built for teams to plan, track, and ship world-class software. Who uses Jira software? Any type of team can use Jira software, but it's mostly used by software development teams. Heads up, most of the product screens you'll see in this course will be in Jira software. Jira Work Management. Jira Work Management is Jira for business projects not related to software development. It helps teams manage business projects such as marketing campaigns, HR onboarding, financial approvals, and legal document reviews. Who uses Jira Work Management? Business teams that are not developing software. Think marketing, HR, operations, legal, finance. Any department in your organization can use Jira Work Management to manage their work. Jira Service Management. Jira Service Management is for IT ticketing and service requests. It helps teams respond quickly to service requests and deliver great customer service experiences. Who uses Jira Service Management? Mostly IT ops, dev teams, or any other type of service-based team. Jira Align. Jira Align is to help large enterprise teams unlock agility across their entire organization, connecting business strategy to technical execution. Who uses Jira Align? Mostly large enterprise organizations. Here's something good to know. Your Jira layout may look different than the screens you see in this course. That's okay. Stay focused on the terms and concepts. They will be the same across all Jira environments. Now that you know which Jira product you're using, let's learn more about the tool itself. What is Jira? Jira is a tool to help your team manage work. Think of Jira like a to-do list for your entire team. It helps everyone on your team track their work items and make sure they deliver on time. The Jira product family is for all types of teams: agile software teams, customer support teams, marketing teams. Whether you're on a team of 5 or 5,000, Jira helps keep the work all in one place. How does Jira help your team? Managing work in Jira helps your team be more transparent, efficient, and collaborative. Transparency means everyone on your team can see what work is getting done. Efficiency means your team can plan ahead by knowing exactly when work will start and end. Collaboration means working closely with your teammates, keeping discussions and comments well organized.
So here we have three things that Jira can help you with your team, which is transparency, efficiency, as well as collaboration. And when a team is transparent and a team is efficient and as a team is collaborative, it actually becomes more productive. It becomes a team that can deliver more value for what the work that is being done, rather than when there is, let's say, no sharing of knowledge, and you cannot know what is being done by who and how and when they're going to be finished. That becomes an issue of transparency, of lack of transparency thereof. Then also we talk about efficiency, meaning that you're able to know at what time one thing will end, when it will start, and so that you can be able to plan ahead and just make sure things are working well. And collaboration means that you can work closely, not just working alone or maybe just knowing what others are doing and just keeping at that, but you can be able to discuss, become well organized, even meet less and just do more rather than even just meeting. So let's look at the other part.
How does Jira help you as an individual? Along with being a better teammate, using Jira helps you be better at your job. How so? As you start using Jira, you'll see how it helps you. Prioritize your most important work items. Improve your efficiency of getting work done. Better plan your week by visually seeing upcoming work. Find answers and ask questions about your work items. Stay in the loop on your team's work. Jira is a tool your team has chosen. It's here to help everyone on your team be better at their jobs. Like any tool, you can use it to your advantage to improve your own performance and ultimately boost your own career. Keep learning in this course and you'll quickly have the confidence to start using Jira every day. On that note, let's see exactly how you'll use Jira. What's your role? There are two main roles in Jira: users and administrators. If you're taking this course, you're probably a user. That means you'll use Jira to track and manage your daily work. You won't be setting up new Jira projects or adjusting any advanced settings. Your Jira administrator or team leader will take care of that for you. Click on the flip cards below to learn about the roles in Jira. Jira user, probably you. How they use Jira. Update their assigned work items. Share progress with their team. View their team's progress on work and provide feedback. Jira administrator. How they use Jira. Configure Jira layouts, features, or permissions for a team. Plan resources based on bandwidth, prioritize issues across projects, and build reports to track team performance. As a user, what will you be doing in Jira? Your main role will be to update your work items every day. Jira can only help if you and your teammates consistently update your work items. In Jira, individual work items are called issues. Issues are very important in Jira. You'll see them a lot throughout this course. In Jira, you'll update issues to show work progress or add relevant information. Completed a work item, update the issue in Jira. Need to ask a question, update the issue in Jira. Have notes from a meeting, update the issue in Jira. The screen below shows a Jira issue. Even if your Jira layout looks different, you should be able to identify issues like these on your own screen.
So basically an issue is a work item. So this is a very important concept because in Jira, you're going to dealing mostly with issues, what you call issue. And you need to understand what does that term relate to when it comes to Jira.
Let's see some example issues. Issues can vary in size depending on how your team uses them. Some issues take months to complete. Other issues are finished in a few hours. Check out these examples to see how different types of teams use issues. A software development team might have an issue that looks like this. Fix button reload error on home screen. A legal team might have an issue that looks like this. Review and edit the contract. A marketing team might have an issue that looks like this. Launch the web advertising assets. In the examples above, look at the small profile image at the bottom right of each issue. That profile image indicates the person responsible for doing the work and updating the issue. That's where you'll come in. You'll learn more about issues in future courses, how to create them, how to update them, and how best to organize them. For now, just remember what issues are, the work items you'll update to show progress or add relevant information. Here's something good to know. You may hear issues called tickets, requests, or tasks. We recommend you use issues to help keep your team on the same page. Ready to find an issue yourself? Open your Jira and follow these steps. 1. Change your view. On the left project sidebar, select Kanban board or board to make sure you're in the correct view. 2. Open an issue on the board, locate and click any issue to view its details. You're off to a great start. Next up, we'll dig deeper into the Jira interface.
Okay, so let us try this. Let me open Jira. I think I need to log in. I don't think I need to sign up. Okay, I think I can log in from here. I think I just opened this Jira software. This is the Jira software from the ACR sandbox. It's fine. And you're able to see these are some of the different projects that are there. Let me just go to, let's look at one. Let's look at this, for example, this A/B test project. I go to issues, the view of issues, right? Then I can be able to see there's an issue here, right? So how do I do this? Let me just get you on the board. So I go to here. These are, so I just clicked on this. That is why you can see it is here. Let me just go to Jira. can create a project and say it's a Kanban. And say use the template. You can choose whether it is company managed or team managed. So I'll just select maybe team managed. And we'll just call it and open it as open so that anyone can be able to see it. I can put it as limited. Can put it as private. So maybe let me just choose it as private, maybe because I want to do that. Let's say I want to connect. I can be able to see that if I want to. But let me just say next. If I say next, what happens? And we would connect it maybe to GitHub, to Confluence, Cloud. Maybe let me just say I want to connect it with Confluence. So I'll just connect that. Then it will create a space for it. Let's see how this is going to work. So it has to get up a space. So I have to create it. So I just go to ACR sandbox. Then I'll just create the space. So I go to Confluence, then I go to spaces. So I have other spaces here and just create a space. I'm going to learn about Confluence, so don't worry. So I should call it what is Miru. Just give it the default permissions and I create it. So once I connect it, let me now retry. See, it's email, right? I'm connecting to one that is already created, or maybe it's Miro Jira. I can say AG. This is even to try. Let's see whether it's going to create it. If not, awesome, it has created a space. You can now go to the project. So you are told to be able to look at within the university to open an issue. So I'm going to go to Kanban board, and then you're going to open an issue. Then you'll be able to see that. So let's see, this is Confluence. So here is the project. So here is the Kanban board. So I'm going to maybe create an issue. Let me say I need to send out event resources for Jira fundamentals Learn-a-thon. Learn-a-thon is good. let me see, that's one thing I need to do. So if I open it, you can see here it is. I can add a child issue, I can link an issue. So it's just a work item, right? You can see, I can open my reminders, I can say assign to me, I can assign it to myself. You can see that it is where I can be able to assign. I can be able to see who is watching. I can say no restrictions. I can share the issue. I can add an epic if I want. But let's just go on. I think that is basically what needed to be done for this. So let's exit that lesson. So you're going to now go to next activity of working in Jira. Oh, I've actually gone far. Working in Jira. Here it is, right? Working in Jira. So I click on Start Course.
Understand what you're looking at. Do you have your Jira open on your screen? If not, pull it up now. Let's take a look at the Jira interface to help you understand what you're seeing. You've already learned what issues are. As we look at the interface, you'll learn a few more terms: projects and boards. Click the number icons below for a preview of these terms. Keep scrolling to learn more. Here's something good to know. If you don't see the board view in your Jira, try this. Navigate to the left project sidebar and select Kanban board or board.
So you can see this is a project that we have. So the first thing is we're going to look at this.
Project. A project is simply a collection of issues. Teams can name projects in different ways, depending on how they've structured their work. For example, some teams name their Jira project after their team name. As you can see in this screenshot, this team has named their Jira project Game Design Team. Other teams use projects differently, naming their project after a larger deliverable like an app version release. For example, Vidsy App Release v2.7. Board. A board is a visual display of work progress. Boards often have 3-4 columns to show the status of issues. Boards are helpful as a quick visual to see upcoming issues or where issues stand across the team. There are different types of boards in Jira that you'll learn more about soon. Issue. You remember what an issue is, right? An issue is an individual work item. When issues are shown on a board like this, they are often called issue cards. Issue cards move across the board based on their status of work progress. For example, an issue that hasn't begun work yet will sit in the to-do column. Issues that are complete have been moved to done.
So basically what is being shown here, think of it like we had this to-do issue. You can see it's a issue card, right? I can move it to in progress and can see, and I can also create another issue. I'm able to say, maybe let's say I needed to check in my attendees. Or let me just, just write that. Let me say I can do that. Let me say the first thing I did was that one, and you can see I can move it from to do to done the moment I do it. So you can see that is how you're able to now do what is it, like for example, deal with the issue cards within the board. As you've been told, you can put it in terms of teams. For example, I can call the whole team that I work with within the ACE. You can call the project as per the team. I can call it as per version release. You can decide to call a board anything. Okay.
What's a Jira project? A project is a collection of issues. In Jira, every single issue is attached to a project. Projects organize issues in whichever way your team prefers. Your Jira projects will likely be set up for you, so no need to worry about creating new projects. For now, you'll need to know how to identify your projects and what your projects are named. How do you identify your projects and see their names? There are two ways to quickly identify your projects. One is at the top left of your screen, under the Jira logo. This shows the name of the project you are currently viewing, but you may be involved in more than one project. To see all of your projects, find the main navigation bar and select the Projects dropdown. This will show you a list of all the projects you have access to view. Take a look at the image below to see your current project and identify all projects.
So you can see you can go to Jira, I can click on projects and you can be able to see. Now if I open the Jira A/B test project, that is where it is appearing here. I can add another project. All the recent projects will appear here. Awesome.
How are projects named? That depends on how your team has structured your work. Sometimes projects are named after an entire team.
This is what we covered.
For example, game design team or marketing team or legal team. Other times, projects are named after a larger deliverable like an app version release. For example, Vidsy App Release v2.7 or Project Melon Web Launch. Check out the screens below to see how two teams have named their projects. Why should you care about project names? Project names help you see how your team is structuring work. Is your project named after your team or after a deliverable? Knowing how your project is named will give you insight into how the work is being structured, and it will help you understand how best to use Jira for your own needs. For example, if your project is named Game Design Team, you'll know that any issues within the project are related to the game design team as a whole. If your project is named Vidsy App Release 2.7, you'll know that any issues within the project are related to that one specific deliverable, the next release of the Vidsy app. Know a bit more about projects. There are two types of projects in Jira: team-managed projects and company-managed projects. Since your projects will already be set up for you, you won't need to worry too much about this. It's just good to know in case you see it on your screen. Team-managed projects are best for smaller, independent teams who want to control their own working processes and practices in a self-contained space. Company-managed projects are designed for teams who want to standardize a way of working across many teams. These are usually for larger teams and are maintained by Jira admins. Ready to identify a project? Open your Jira and follow the steps below. 1. Select the project dropdown. In the main navigation bar, click the project dropdown. 2. Identify your projects. See the list of all projects available to you and notice their names. 3. Click a project, select any project to open it. Got projects down. Next, let's learn how you'll use boards to see your work. View your current and upcoming work so you can plan more effectively. Boards are the most common way to see your work. You've had a sneak peek of boards earlier. What's a board, again? A board is a visual display of work progress, often with 3-4 columns. These board columns have headers at the top representing the status of each issue. For example, statuses could be to do, in progress, in review, done. Statuses are customized by each team, so yours may look different from the examples. The screen below shows a board and its status columns. move issue cards across the board as work gets done. The different status columns together represent a workflow. A workflow is the path of statuses an issue will go through from start to finish. An example of a simple workflow is an issue moving from to do to in progress to done. When an issue is ready to be updated, the person responsible for the work can simply drag and drop the issue card to a different column on the board. This updates the issue's status so everyone on the team can be in the loop. Issues can move forward and backward in a workflow, depending on how the work gets done. In this example, the issue card, Build Backgrounds, moves through the workflow, to do to in progress to done. There are two types of boards in Jira: Kanban boards and Scrum boards. The example screens you've seen so far have shown a Kanban board. Kanban boards are used by all types of teams. They illustrate a continuous flow of work. Issues continuously move in and out of the board from the start of the project until the end of the project. Scrum boards are mostly used by agile software development teams. Scrum boards bring in groups of issues that the team will attempt to complete during a fixed period of time, often a 2-week sprint. After a sprint is completed, a new Scrum board is created for the next batch of issues in the project. Here's something good to know. Depending on the Jira product you're using, your board might simply be called Board as opposed to Kanban board. Want to know more about Agile and Scrum? What is Agile? Agile is a project management methodology. It takes an iterative approach to managing projects, focusing on continuous release that require regular updates based on feedback. Agile helps teams increase delivery speed, expand collaboration, and better respond to market trends. Learn more about Agile here. What is Scrum? Scrum is a specific Agile project management framework to help design, develop, and deliver complex products. It's mostly used by software development teams. Scrum teams organize their work in sprints. A sprint is a short, fixed period when a Scrum team works to complete a batch of issues. Learn more about Scrum here. How are Agile and Scrum different? Agile is a broad project management philosophy with a core set of values and principles. Scrum is one specific Agile framework, a way of using those principles to get actual work done. How are boards named? Just like projects, boards have specific names. Boards sit within projects. A single Jira project can have several boards. A board is often named after a larger deliverable or team of people. Take a look at the example screen below to help clarify this. In this example, you can see the project name is Game Design Team, the name of their team, and the board name is Farm Harvest Video Game, a larger deliverable. How do you see all of your boards? You probably have more than one board. Each Jira project often has multiple boards within it. To see all of your boards, navigate to the left project sidebar and select the board dropdown. Look at the example screen to see how this works. In this example, the team has multiple boards within the Game Design Team project. Their boards are named after different games, deliverables they are working on: Farm Harvest, Galaxy Action 2, and Streetcar Racer. Ready to find your boards? Open your Jira and follow the steps below. 1. Select the board dropdown. On the left project sidebar, click the board dropdown beside your current board name. 2. See the list of boards. View all the boards currently available to you. 3. Click a board. Select any board to open it. Phew, that was a lot of info. Let's see if you can remember what you've learned.
Okay. So, so we've learned that. So let's try that out. So you can see board. This is where I am. Let me take this. So let's look. I can see on this project, I have this board. I go to projects. Just open one here. Let me look at this one. Content management. It's a different kind of a project. Okay, it's fine. Let me just get out of here. If you see any project that I've opened, you'll be able to see. Let me just open mine. And under the board, you can see I can edit, I can configure the board. Under projects, see that. So you can add people there and start. I can do any automation. I was trying to see whether I can be able to change the board here. So this one can be something like, can talk about this being the Jira fundamentals plan. Then it's going to, yeah, it's going to work. So you can see that's the board. So you can see some of the projects pages. I'll be able to see it within Confluence if I'm not wrong. So I can create my first page here. And you can see it's going to be under Confluence and it's going to create some of the pages there. But let me not get into that. Okay. So you can have a roadmap here. You can talk about what needs to be done. I'm trying to just look at how I can be able to create another. Yes, it is mail project, which is fine. It has to do. Can add other things here. Let me just call it maybe meals. I just call it meals. And then I save it. You can see it has appeared here within a created. So what is the assets? Let's not look at filters under the projects. So you can see anything that has been assigned to me there. So I think it depends on the type of project. So yeah, so let's just leave it at that. Let's go on. So let's see what I'm going to go through. I think I'm going to go through something like try it yourself. I think I'm done with that one. So if I go to try it yourself, it should change here, launch it. So we go to practice what I've learned. Start the course.
Ready to test drive your new Jira skills? Complete this interactive scenario. See if you can help software developer, Jason, update his issues in Jira. Click the Start button below to begin the scenario.
Jason's issue, update character profiles, is in the to-do column. It's ready to start working on it. Where should it go? Click and drag to its next location. So update character profiles, I'll drag it to the in progress, right? Yes. Jason has finished to work on this issue. Now the issue needs to be reviewed by a team member. Drag the issue to the next location. So that is that. The team member spots a mistake in Jason's work. It tells Jason this is what he needs to fix. Where should he take that? So he should take it to needs to go to do. No. So it needs to go back to doing. Yes. So Jason fixes the mistake and completes the work once again. Where should it go next? Yeah, another review. Goes to another review. So the reviewer approves Jason's work. Where should it go next? Should go to the done, right? Because the issue is complete. So I'll scroll down.
Try a few practice questions. Give them a try. The questions below are meant to test your knowledge and recall what you've learned so far. As a user, what will you spend most of your time doing in Jira? A. Creating projects. B. Building boards. C. Updating issues. D. Setting project permissions.
I think this one should be updating issues. So, but I'm learning, and also make sure you try it out yourself. So I'm correct. Yeah. So they don't need to create projects or board. Most of that is taken care of by the Jira admin. So they should focus on updating issues as a user.
In Jira, an item like Review and Edit the Contract is an example of a what? A. Status. B. Issue. C. Board. D. Project.
This one is an issue.
From the options below, which is the best way to see all of your projects. A. Double-click into an issue and select the project. B. Click on your profile and find the project settings. C. Select the board drop-down on the left project sidebar. D. Use the project drop-down on the main navigation bar.
So I think the project then is in the main navigation bar, which is this one. So it should be the last one. Yes. How often should you review and update your issues? I think every day would be fine. Yes.
Do you remember all the important words? You learned a lot of new terms and phrases today. Test yourself with the flashcards below. See if you remember what each term means and how they're used in Jira. Issues. An issue is an individual work item. Projects. A project is a collection of issues. Projects can be organized by teams or larger deliverables. Board. A board is a visual display of work progress, often with 3-4 columns. Status. A status shows the current progress of an issue. Common statuses are to do, in progress, in review, done. Workflow. A workflow is the path of statuses an issue will go through from start to finish. A common workflow is to do to in progress to done. Kanban board. Kanban boards show continuous flow of work. Issues come in and out of the board from start to finish. Scrum board. Scrum boards bring in groups of issues that are worked on during a fixed period of work time, often a 2-week sprint.
That is that. So it's very important to take note of this, and you can even copy it somewhere for the purposes of taking note. So for example, I can do that on my Visual Studio Code. Or better still, it's fine here, it's fine. Call it fundamental terms. It's a markdown, which is fine. So if Anisha gets started, Jira.
Congrats. You have officially completed Get Started with Jira. What's up next? Start the next Jira course to move closer to earning your badge. To earn your badge, you'll need to complete all 3 Jira Fundamentals courses and pass the assessment. This is course 1/3. Scroll down to the bottom to exit the course and record your progress.
Jira navigation.
Get to know your way around Jira and start navigating with ease. Welcome to Basic Jira Navigation. If you landed here, you're already familiar with Jira's key concepts. You know about issues, projects, and boards. You might even be tracking your work in Jira. Today, you'll go deeper. You'll uncover new features of the Jira interface that will help you in your job. You'll learn how to create, update, and organize issues like a pro. After completing this course, you'll be one step closer to unlocking the full potential of your work and your team. Remember to stay focused on the fundamentals, and you'll be amazed by what you can do. After this course, you'll be able to find your work through Jira's navigation menus, create, update, and organize your issues, share tips with your team on how to manage work in Jira, tips for learning success. Just focus on the basics. No need to be an expert yet. Learn the terms first. Important terms will be highlighted in yellow. Your Jira may look different. That's okay. The concepts and terms are still the same. Don't worry about messing up. You're here to practice. You can always fix mistakes. Follow along in your Jira. Open your Jira and practice side by side with the course. Ready to get into it? Let's start with a quick recap. Take a minute to refresh your memory of the fundamentals. Before we jump into the new content, let's make sure you have a firm understanding of Jira vocabulary words and concepts. If this recap seems overwhelming, that's okay. You can always travel back to the first course in this collection, Get Started with Jira, to review the fundamentals. Prefer to skip the recap? If you're feeling confident, jump straight to the new content by clicking the green button.
The recap, update issues. I think we talked about this just right now. Issues, projects are important words. I think we're going to skip that. Yeah. So I think I'll skip the recap.
Start navigating Jira with confidence. What's the best way to get around in Jira? Start with these two navigation bars. The main navigation bar at the top of your screen. The project sidebar on the left of your screen.
Before we do that, I think I need to go back here. Make sure that I do everything. There's something that is missing. Is it saying 96% completed? That's fine. I think that is that and that and that. We talked about those. Let's say continue. Same thing, that is fine.
Screen. The project sidebar on the left of your screen. At the top of your screen, the main navigation bar helps you find your work, projects, and teammates. It also allows you to create issues, search for work, and adjust your settings. On the left of your screen, the project sidebar is a collapsible navigation bar that shows you options specific to the project you're viewing. Click the plus icons in the image below for a preview of both navigation bars. Here's something valuable to know. The options in your navigation bars may look different than the screens in this course. Navigation bars can be customized based on your Jira product, project settings, and team preferences.
So you have the main navigation bar here at the top, as well as the side and project sidebar, or the side navigation.
What's in the main navigation bar? Click the number icons to learn about each option in the main navigation bar. 1. Product Switcher. Allows you to switch to other Atlassian products your team may be using, like Confluence or Bitbucket. 2. Your Work. Shows issues, projects, and boards you've recently visited, and allows you to view all work assigned to you. 3. Projects. Shows a list of all of your projects and includes a button to create new projects. 4. Filters and dashboards. View any saved or starred filters and dashboards to see your work. You'll learn more about filters and dashboards in future courses. 5. People. Shows a list of the people and teams you interact with most. 6. Plans, Insight apps. Allows you to manage your plans and see apps installed on your Jira instance for premium users only. 7. Create, a quick way to create new issues. 8. Search. Open text search field to help you find issues, projects, boards, queues, filters, and people. 9. Settings and profile. Customize your personal settings, set up your profile, and control email notifications. 1. Product Switcher. Allows you to switch to other Atlassian products your team may be using, like Confluence or Bitbucket. 2. Your Work. Shows issues, projects, and boards you've recently visited, and allows you to view all work assigned to you. 3. Projects. Shows a list of all of your projects, and includes a button to create new projects. 4. Filters and dashboards. View any saved or starred filters and dashboards to see your work. You'll learn more about filters and dashboards in future courses. 5. People. Shows a list of the people and teams you interact with most. 6. Plans, Insight apps. Allows you to manage your plans and see apps installed on your Jira instance for premium users only. 7. Create, a quick way to create new issues. 8. Search. Open text search field to help you find issues, projects, boards, queues, filters, and people. 9. Settings and profile. Customize your personal settings, set up your profile, and control email notifications. What are starred items? You may notice some items with stars beside them. In Jira, you can star your most important projects, boards, and filters so you can easily find them later. Specifically in the Your Work and Projects dropdowns, Jira organizes your starred items and shows them first. You can reorder your starred items by going to Your Work, then Starred. Here's how to star a board and how to find a starred board. To star a board, select the star icon toward the top right of your screen. To find a starred board, select the Your Work dropdown.
So it is a personal board. Give it somewhere and they call it. It's fine. Just cancel it. Okay. So once it's start, when you go to our work, you can see the start board is here.
What's in the project sidebar? Click the number icons to learn about each option in the project sidebar. 1. Project name shows the current project you are in. 2. Board switcher allows you to switch between different boards in this project. 3. Backlog shows a list of issues that have not yet been started. Depending on your settings, the backlog may also contain issues currently on the board. 4. Board view brings you to a view of the selected board. 5. Reports shows you the available reports you can create. You'll learn more about reports in future courses. 6. Lower menu options. The Issues button shows you all issues in the project. The Components, Releases, and Project Pages buttons are more advanced features of Jira. Check with your Jira admin if you need to learn about these. 7. Project Settings. You may not be able to see this option. It is mostly used by Jira admins and project managers to edit project details, update permissions, and create workflows. 8. Project Type Indicator. Jira projects can be created as either team-managed or company-managed. The core functionality of these project types is the same, but you may find a few differences based on your project type. Ready to navigate in Jira yourself? Open your Jira and follow the steps below. 1. Look at your recent work. On the main navigation bar, click Your Work. Select a board or project you've recently worked on. 2. Switch to a different board. If you have access to more than one board, click the Board dropdown. Select a board from the list. 3. Star the board. Click the star icon to add the board to your starred items. Now that you know your way around, let's dive deeper into issues.
Let's now work with issues.
So far, you've only seen the outside of an issue. But all the goodness is inside an issue. What's inside an issue? When you open an issue, you'll see the issue detail view. In this view, you'll see many issue fields. Issue fields include the editable items such as the due date, assignee, comments from teammates, priority levels, and links to related media. How do you open an issue to see its details? Start from the board view. Navigate to the project sidebar and select Kanban board or board. Find an issue card and click to open it. Open an issue to see the issue detail view. The example screens below highlight the most common issue fields. Your specific fields will be customized based on your team. Check with your project manager or Jira admin to know which specific issue fields your team will be using. Click the number icons to learn about the most common issue fields. Explore the common issue fields. You'll spend a lot of time with issue fields. Make sure you fully understand each field and what you can find in them. Click through the tabs to learn more about the most common issue fields. 1. Issue key. The issue key is a unique identifier given to each issue. In this example, the issue key is GD8. 2. Summary. The summary is the short title or name of the issue. 3. Attachments and links. The attachments and links fields allow you to add relevant media, links, and URL to an issue. 4. Description. The description is a place to add supporting details about the issue. 5. Comments. Comments are a place to add notes and ask questions about an issue. You can mention your teammates to make sure the right people are involved. 6. Status dropdown. The status dropdown allows you to change the status of an issue. 7. Due date. The due date is the date that this issue should be completed by. 8. Assigning and reporter. The assignee and reporter fields show the people associated with this issue. The assignee is the person assigned to work on the issue. The reporter is the person who created the issue. 9. More fields. Jira has many issue fields and every team uses them differently. Your team may use some fields we didn't cover today. Make sure you check with your Jira admin or project manager to ensure you're using the correct fields for your team. Issue key. The issue key is a unique identifier given to each issue. Issue keys contain the project key and a sequential number. In the example below, the issue key is GD8. Why is this field important? The issue key helps you find issues or refer to work with your teammates. To the left of the issue key is a small icon. This icon indicates the issue type. You'll learn more about issue types below. 2. Summary. The summary is the short title or name of the issue. Why is this field important? The summary helps you quickly recognize the issue. It appears on the issue card as the issue name. 3. Attachments and links. The attachments and links fields allow you to add relevant media, links, and URL to each issue. Why are these fields important? They help enrich an issue by connecting the issue to related media. 4. Description. The description is a place to add supporting details about the issue. Why is this field important? The description helps you better explain and understand an issue. 5. Comments. Comments are a place to add notes and ask questions about an issue. You can mention teammates to notify them of important updates. Why is this field important? You'll use comments often. They are a great way to collaborate with your team and keep everyone in the loop. 6. Status dropdown. The status dropdown allows you to change the status of an issue. Why is this field important? You'll use the status dropdown often. Whenever work progress changes, use this dropdown to update the issue's status. You can also change an issue's status in the board view by dragging and dropping the issue into its respective column. 7. Due date. The due date is the date this issue should be complete. Why is this field important? Paying attention to issue due dates will help you prioritize work and plan for upcoming weeks. 8. Assignee and reporter. The assignee and reporter fields show the people associated with the issue. The assignee is the person assigned to work on the issue. The reporter is the person who created the issue. Why are these fields important? If you have a question about an issue, the assignee and reporter fields tell you which teammate to contact. 9. More fields. Jira has many issue fields and every team uses them differently. Your team may use some fields we didn't cover today. Check with your Jira admin or project manager to ensure you're using the correct fields for your team. Not all issues are created equal. There are different types of issues based on their size and category of work. Some issues are large. Others are small. Some are about starting new work. Others are about fixing old problems. With a wide variety of work, teams need different ways to categorize their different issues. The issue type tells you the category and size of the work to get done. To identify an issue type, hover your mouse over the issue type icon.
That means is if I go and hover this, you can see this is a task. I create an issue and I call it, maybe I can manage an issue type. That is the icon. And I can add another one. So I think this is the most of the time. So okay. So you can see mostly they're usually tasks, but I can have many others. And let me say if I create one here, issue type, and call it a task or an epic, and I'll just provide what it is. I think within mail to do, let's say check, just as an example. Then I'll just create. So for issue AM4 to be visible, it must match the project and filter. Okay. So that is that. Oh, let's move on. In the Learn-a-thon, we are moving on well. Those who just joined us, and maybe you had not known that you're starting out, you should go out to a private window. Then I can open that, okay, and just open Atlassian University. What have I done? University, Jira, fundamentals. It is here under free training. Then you will now just start on it. Here it is. So it's a 90-minute kind of course. That is why we are doing it as a learn-a-thon, so that by the end, so you can start, you start here, you scroll. So you can see currently we are at, where are we? In basic Jira navigation, we're done. I think we're almost getting to Jira best practices. Then you do the assessment. So where are we? So I'm going on with it, finish it up. So I need to go here. And
What are the default issue types? In Jira software, the default issue types are epic, task, story, bug, and subtask. These issue types are organized into a hierarchy based on the size and category of work. The image below shows the hierarchy of the default issue types. Epic. An epic is a large initiative. Known as parent issues, epics contain smaller issues within them. They often represent large bodies of work that can break down into smaller tasks. It will be up to you and your team to decide what's a large initiative and what's not. Task. A task is the most common issue type. They contain a more detailed description of a work item. Tasks can exist within a larger epic or exist all on their own. Story. A story is a feature or requirement from the user's perspective. Stories are commonly used by software development teams. They define work items in non-technical language. For example, as a user, I need a back button on this screen. Stories are at the same hierarchical level as tasks, and some teams use the two issue types interchangeably. Bug. A bug describes a problem or error, mostly used in software development teams. They can exist within a larger epic or exist all on their own. Subtask. A subtask is a further defined issue used to break down tasks, stories, or bugs into smaller work items. Subtasks must have a parent issue type. They cannot exist on their own.
Okay, so you've learned there are four, is it four? 1, 2, 3, 5 actually types of issues, which is very important because as a Jira user, You'll be mostly dealing with updating issues. So you should be able to know the difference between an epic, a task, a story, a bug, as well as a subtask.
How are issue types used? Here's an example. Imagine a game design team building a space-inspired video game. They use the default issue types, epics, tasks, stories, bugs, and subtasks, to organize their work. Click through the tabs to see how the game design team uses issue types. Epics. How does the game design team use epics? One large initiative for this team is to develop and launch all character profiles. This is a large body of work that will have smaller work items within it. In the image below, you'll see that develop and launch all character profiles is an issue at the epic level. Underneath the epic, there are multiple tasks to complete. Tasks and stories. How does the game design team use tasks/stories? Within the epic, develop and launch all character profiles. There are multiple tasks that need to get done. Each task is actionable and well-defined. Day to day, the team will mostly be working from these task-level issues. Notice how each task-level issue is a part of the larger epic. Bugs. How does the game design team use bugs? When the game was in review, an error was found on the profile layout UI. The Save button wasn't working correctly. The team added a bug issue, Fix Save Button Error on Profile UI, to this epic. This will help the team resolve the bug right away. Subtasks. How does the game design team use subtasks? Sometimes tasks and stories need to be broken down even further. Within the task, sketch be one of all core characters. There are some smaller steps that need to happen. The game design team has created subtasks for each of these steps. Ready to explore an issue yourself? Open your Jira and follow the steps below. 1. Open an issue. Click any issue on the board to view its details. 2. Check the assignee and reporter. See which teammates are involved with this issue. 3. Identify the issue type. Hover your cursor over the issue type icon. 4. Check the comments. See if this issue has any relevant comments. Now that you know issues inside and out, let's learn how to update and create them.
So let's look at a Jira project that might be having something. So we just look at one here. Example like this one. Let me look at issues. For example, you can see this one. This one is an epic. For this is a story and summary. Just go to this. You can see. So I can say I can be able to see the reporter is the man on. I can assign to myself. I'm able to see the type, the issue type. You can see the child issues. It is linked to each issue. No, this just on this Acme website. Is there any comments? Let's say if there's a comment, you can put a comment, but there's no comment yet. Since it's not my project, I'll not go deep on that. How do you update? So you open an issue, how do you update?
Keep your team in the loop by updating your issues every single day. You've got an issue open. Which fields should you update? This depends on your team's preferences and how your work is set up. However, there are a few fields you'll likely update often. The most common fields you'll update are the status and comment fields. Here are the status and comment fields you'll update most often. Update the status. By now, you know a lot about statuses. Whenever your work progress has changed, you'll update the issue's status. For example, if you're ready to start work on an issue, you would change the status from to do to in progress. How do you update the status? There are two ways. On the board view, you can drag and drop the issue into a different column. Or in the issue detail view, you can click the status dropdown and select the new status. Add comments. Comments should be your go-to-issue field. They provide the best way to ask questions and share updates. You can also mention teammates to bring attention to important info. When should you use comments? Use comments when you need to communicate progress, ask a question, find resources, or receive feedback. You can also add reactions to comments with popular emojis.
Add a comment like that. On some of the event resources, you can see my comment is here, and even maybe say I can move it now to done or something like that. So you can see that is where most of the time usually going to deal with the two parts. Okay. So let's go on. So how often should you update this?
How often should you update issues? Try to make Jira a daily habit and update your issues every day. When work progress changes or you need to ask a question, default to updating the issue in Jira. This practice will help everyone on your team stay in the loop. For any issues you own or have starred, you'll receive email notifications. When a teammate mentions you in a comment, Jira sends you an email. That email has a link that takes you directly to the issue. Email notifications are a great way to remind yourself to update your issues. How to create new issues. Some teams prefer that only project managers or scrum masters create new issues. Other teams allow any Jira user to create new issues. Before you start creating your own issues, check with your project manager. The simplest way to create new issues is to click the Create button in the main navigation bar. Which fields should you fill out? Start with the required information, project, issue type, and summary. The description field is optional, but filling it out helps give your issue more context. Click the number icons to learn how to fill out each item on the form. You created an issue. Now where did it go? The best place to look for your new issue is the backlog. The backlog shows a list of issues that haven't been started yet. You'll learn more about the backlog in the next lesson. Here's how to access the backlog and find your new issue.
You can see the backlog here. These are all the issues that have not been started. You're going to see that here. This is an example project. Okay.
Ready to update an issue yourself? Open your Jira and follow the steps below. 1. Open an issue on the board. Find an issue you'd like to update and click to open it. 2. Update the issue. Need to add a comment. Change the status. Adjust the due date. Make any necessary updates to the issue.
maybe this one, can change it back to in progress. I can change a due date. You can create a branch if it's development. How do you think that is that? So that is that. I think this is almost away with this. We have what we call backlog and roadmap.
Switch views to see your work. Search for issues you can't find. Try these views to see your work. Introducing the backlog and roadmap. To view your daily work, boards will probably be your go-to view. But the backlog and roadmap are other important views that give you a different perspective on your work. The backlog shows issues that have yet to be started. The roadmap shows all issues in a linear timeline. Here's something valuable to know. Your team may not have the backlog or roadmap enabled. If you don't see them on your screen, check with your team leader or Jira administrator. The backlog shows issues not yet started. Not every issue is worked on right away. Your team probably plans issues for the future. These issues will sit in the backlog until they are ready to start. How do you access the backlog? On your project sidebar, select Backlog. Some teams also customize their boards to show the backlog in a column. To see your backlog issues, navigate to your left project sidebar and select Backlog.
I think I show the backlog, so I'll not go there.
The roadmap shows the big picture in a timeline view. Sometimes it's helpful to see how issues start, end, and overlap. The roadmap view shows issues in a linear timeline. This helps teams map dependencies and plan work accordingly. How do you access the roadmap view? On the project sidebar, select Roadmap. If you don't see this option, navigate to your main navigation bar and select Plans. In the drop-down, you may see a roadmap option. To get to the roadmap view, navigate to your left project sidebar and select Roadmap.
So I also have plans here, but I'm not going to go to that first. This is how it looks like. You go to roadmap and you click it, you see things in a linear fashion. You see the issues that is, sorry, and you see that.
Search for issues you can't find. There are two simple ways to search for issues: the search bar and basic search. Use the search bar to find issues quickly. The search bar is located near the top right of the main navigation bar. Here are some tips for using it. Click in the search box to see recent work. Before typing a single word, the search bar populates a list of recent issues, boards, projects, and filters. Let Jira guess your search. As you type, Jira tries to guess what you're searching for. Watch your screen for instant search results, even before you finish typing. Can't remember the issue name? Search for any related word. Jira will scan other fields like descriptions and comments to find your issue. Use basic search for more specific criteria. Try basic search if the search bar didn't work for you. In basic search, you can filter and sort issues by specific criteria. Learn how to use basic search by clicking through the tabs. 1. Click on the search bar, navigate to the bottom and choose Go to All, then Issues. 2. Set your criteria. Use the drop-down menus to set your criteria. You can search by criteria like project, status, type, assignee, or other combinations. 3. Add more filters. Click More to add filters that narrow your search even further. Select your desired filters and criteria. 4. Click Search. When you've got all your criteria and filters set, click Search and see the results. Here's something valuable to know. If you still can't find your issues, there is a more advanced search feature called Jira Query Language, or JQL. Ready to try it yourself? Open your Jira and follow the steps below. 1. Find your backlog. If enabled on the project sidebar, select Backlog. 2. Find your roadmap. If enabled on the project sidebar, select Roadmap. 3. Search for an issue. Use the search bar or basic search to find an issue. You're so close. Let's see if you can remember what you've learned.
So let's look at the backlog and see how we can do the search. You can see you can search it from here. You can do some filters. So you can just search, for example, if I search TS, you can see it's just shortening it to that. Okay. Okay, I did basic Jira navigation. I didn't do this one. Okay, we're about to get to the end of this Learn-a-thon, but you should have already done the Learn-a-thon also. Not me, just me, not just.
Ready to test your Jira navigation skills? Complete this interactive scenario. See if you can help visual designer, Sophie, manage her work in Jira. Click the Start button below to begin the scenario.
Sophie has a new work task that to update the character design. Can you help Sophia create a new issue? Click on the create button to get started. I'll click create. Sophie has information. Given the size of our work, this issue is at the task level. Can you help select the issue type from the drop down? So task level. The issue needs a name. Can you help Sophie add a summary? In the summary, update type update character design. Now press the enter key. Awesome. The issue needs to be updated by someone. Can you help her assign this issue to herself? So I'll click assign to me. Looks like the issue is ready to go. Then I'll click on create. So the issue has been created already. Where did it go? Let's check the backlog. So you click on the backlog on the left side. Issue is in the backlog. Change update character design is here. So I can select it here. So I can update her status. So I can just go to that. Let's say use to do. And can now be viewed. Select the Kanban board. The to do column, I can be able to see this. Yes, and I've been able to do it. Awesome. So there's some of the questions. Give them a try. Which of the below are the two issue fields you'll update more often? Which one was it? Do you remember? Anyone who remembers, you can put it in the chat. You can put it in the chat if you're here. Which are the two issues that you need to update so often? Who knows? I'm checking on the chat if there's anyone. Or you're just there waiting to have a meal. Which are the two? Anyone knows an idea? I'm waiting on anyone. Okay. Since I'm alone, so I'll be I'll be doing these things alone, and also I will not be calling upon people. So that is that. So imagine you created a new, so it's only status and comments. So imagine you created an issue, but it's not on your board. Where is the first place you should look to find your new issue? Where is the first place you should look to find your new issue? Imagine you just created it. Yeah, where's the first place? Still waiting? No one. Good. I'll be giving a very important announcement at the end of the Learn-a-thon, considering the non-participation. So imagine you're working on an issue and need to ask a teammate a question. What is the best way? Is use comment and @mention. I think this one should be the one. Yep. Match the issue types on the left, the related summary. Epic is really issue type. So this one is the bug. This one is epic, right? That's the subtask if I'm not wrong. And I'm correct. Awesome. So the epic is the one that covers the whole. A bug is anything that is having like an error or something. Task is that and all that. So do I remember all the important words? Sure, I kind of remember it.
Do you remember all the important words? You learned a lot of new terms and phrases today. Test yourself with the flashcards below. See if you remember what each word means and how they're used in Jira. Main navigation bar. At the top of your screen, the main navigation bar helps you find your work, projects, and teammates. It also allows you to create issues, search for work, and adjust your Jira settings. Project sidebar. On the left of your screen, the project sidebar is a collapsible menu that shows you options specific to the project you are viewing. Starred items. In Jira, you can star your most important projects, boards, and filters to quickly find them later. Issue field. An issue field is an editable item inside an issue, such as the due date, associated people, comments from teammates, priority levels, and links to related media. Issue type. An issue type is a classification to help organize issues by category and size. In Jira software, the default issue types are epic, task/story, bug, and subtask. Epic. An epic is a large initiative issue type. Known as parent issues, epics contain smaller issues within them. They often represent large bodies of work that can break down into smaller tasks. Task. A task is the most common issue type. They contain a more detailed description of a work item. Tasks can exist within a larger epic or exist all on their own. Story. A story is a feature or requirement from the user's perspective. Stories are commonly used by software development teams. They define work items in non-technical language. Bug. A bug is an issue type that describes a problem or error in software development. Subtask. A subtask is an issue type that further defines tasks or stories. They are used to break down tasks, stories, or bugs into small work items. Backlog. The backlog shows a list of issues left to complete in a project. Issues will sit in the backlog until they are ready to be started. Roadmap. The roadmap displays issues in a linear timeline. This helps teams map dependencies and plan work accordingly. Search bar. The search bar is the quickest way to find issues. It is located near the top right of the main navigation bar. Basic search. Basic search allows you to filter and sort issues by specific criteria. It's best used if you can't find your issue using the search bar. Congrats! You have officially completed basic Jira navigation. What's up next? Start the next Jira course to move closer to earning your badge. To earn your badge, you'll need to complete all 3 Jira Fundamentals courses and pass the assessment. This is course 2 of 3. Scroll down to the bottom of the page to exit the course and record your progress.
So you're nearing the end. Okay, build your Jira habit. So build your Jira habit, optimize, then try it yourself. Then get to the assessment, which I will do without sharing my screen, considering we don't want to share the questions publicly. So, but still these ones you can do together.
Optimize your Jira experience with these expert tips and strategies. Welcome to Jira Best Practices. If you landed here, you're ready to upgrade your Jira skills. Today, you'll learn how to get the most out of Jira. You'll discover how to incorporate Jira into your daily routine, along with custom settings, features, and views to improve your Jira experience. After completing this course, you'll have tons of valuable tips and strategies to share with your team. Ready to improve your Jira skills? Let's get going. After this course, you'll be able to build a daily habit of managing your work in Jira. Apply best practices to optimize your Jira experience. Customize your settings so Jira fits your needs. Be the Jira champion on your team who promotes continuous collaboration. Tips for learning success. Try these best practices in real life. Read first, then apply them on your own. Your Jira may look different. That's okay. The concepts and terms are still the same. Don't worry about messing up. You're here to practice. You can always fix mistakes. Follow along in your Jira. Open your Jira and practice side by side with the course. Let's start with the ultimate best practice, making Jira a daily habit. Make Jira part of your daily routine and become a productivity pro. What's the biggest difference between pro and novice Jira users? You guessed it, how often they use the tool. Novice users aren't consistent. They rarely check Jira. They don't keep issues up to date. This inconsistency creates confusion and frustration among teammates. Pro users make Jira part of their daily routine. They have a habit of checking and updating Jira continuously each day. These pros realize using Jira consistently helps them be better at their jobs. More productive, more organized, more collaborative, a higher performing teammate overall. You too can build a daily Jira habit and become a productivity pro. Add Jira to your daily routine and you'll quickly see the benefits. Why make Jira a daily habit? Building Jira into your routine will benefit you in your job and career. Here's how. It'll keep you organized. Updating Jira daily means all your work is in one place. Each day you have a single location to view your current and upcoming work. You can see which issues are top priorities to get done first. It'll help you track your performance. Keeping your Jira issues up to date means you have data on your work performance. This data can be a powerful tool to use in career conversations with your manager. It'll keep you in the loop on your team's work. Team transparency is a luxury. Using Jira every day means you and your teammates know what's happening across your projects. It's a great way to stay connected and up to speed. How to build your daily Jira habit. 1. Keep Jira open, always. Make Jira easy for you to access. No need to log in and out. Stay logged in and keep the tab open in your browser, always. Are your Jira browser tabs challenging to find? Try this. Create a color-coded tab group called My Jira Boards. If you have many tabs open, the color code and label help you find your Jira boards quickly. Another option is to keep an entire browser window open dedicated only to your Jira projects. In Google Chrome, you can create a color-coded tab group for your Jira boards and projects. 2. Start your workday with Jira. For many humans, the most consistent routines are at the start of the workday. Many of us check email or browse our calendars. This is a perfect opportunity to bring Jira into the mix. Try adding Jira to the current stack of your workday activities. After browsing your calendar, open Jira. In less than 60 seconds, you can see all your work tasks to help prioritize your day. After a few weeks of checking Jira at the start of the workday, you'll be more focused and organized than ever before. 3. Commit to a month-long Jira streak. A habit streak is when you complete a task continuously over a long period. It's a powerful tactic to make any new behavior stick. Habit streaks help you focus on repeating a behavior day in and day out, quickly making it part of your permanent routine. Try challenging yourself to use Jira every day for an entire month. Each day it'll take just a few minutes of your time. After 1 month, you'll have built a healthy habit that's part of your routine. Keep yourself accountable by adding events to your calendar. For example, try setting 15-minute calendar events that repeat daily to remind you to check Jira and update issues. You can track your Jira habit streak with a habit tracking smartphone app or in your calendar. 4. Be the Jira champion on your team. Remember, Jira works best if your entire team uses it every day. With your new Jira skills, you can be your team's productivity advocate and get everyone on board. How does this help you build your habit? When you encourage others to use Jira, your own habit is positively reinforced. Your efforts will quickly grow into consistent Jira habits for everyone on your team. Try using Jira to document all team-related questions and activities. Start small by keeping your issues up to date. If a teammate asks you for an asset related to an issue, add the asset in a comment in the Jira issue. Then mention your teammate to let them know. Be consistent in this practice for every teammate's request. Over time, your teammates will get the picture and default to managing their work in Jira. 5. Optimize Jira for you. You'll use Jira more often if it's set up exactly how you'd like. As a flexible tool, Jira has a variety of features for you to customize. You can adjust personal settings, set notification frequency, create custom work views, connect Jira to other tools, and much more. Continue in this course to learn how to optimize Jira for you. Your new Jira habit is forming already. Next, learn how to optimize Jira to make it work best for you. Discover how the experts create and manage their issues in Jira. You probably spend a lot of time with issues, creating, updating, managing. While there are no set rules around issues, there are a few simple strategies that can make your life easier. We've compiled a list of issue best practices that most Jira users can use. The following section contains a list of issue best practices for both creating issues and managing issues. Tips to create and manage issues. 1. Write short and clear summaries. The summary is the title of an issue. Summaries are required for every new issue you create. The best practice is to keep each summary between 4-7 words. Write them in crisp and precise language so anyone on your team can understand at a glance. Here are a few suggested writing formats to try. Tasks. Write task summaries like this. Build new homepage. Stories, write story summaries like this. As a user, I want a back button. Bugs, write bug summaries like this. Menu button should show menu, but errors out.
Mhm. This is how you write a task. This is how you write stories as a who. I want to do this, and also bugs.
Two, create multiple issues at a time with the roadmap or backlog. You may need to create more than one issue at a time. When planning new initiatives from start to finish, you can create a sequence of new issues from a single view. Both the roadmap and backlog provide this option. To create multiple issues from the roadmap, select the button Create Issue. Type in a summary. Save your changes by selecting Review Changes at the top right of your screen. To create multiple issues from the backlog, scroll to the bottom of the backlog and select Create Issue. Type in a summary. Three, flag important issues. You can add a flag to any issue to indicate its importance. When a flag is added, a small flag icon will be visible on the issue card and the issue card will turn yellow. It's a great way to bring awareness to any issue that requires escalation. You may need to flag an issue that is in danger of missing its delivery date, or flag an issue that's blocked by another task or problem. To add a flag to an issue, open an issue, select the ellipses, and select Add Flag. Four, use email notifications to stay connected. Email notifications help you stay on top of your issues. By default, Jira sends you a lot of emails, but they're all important. Anytime an issue changes status or you are mentioned in a comment, you'll get an email. While it may feel like overload, these emails keep you well connected to your issues and your team. Every email from Jira includes a direct link to the issue. While you can change your email notification settings in Jira, as you'll learn soon, we recommend that you keep your notifications turned on. It'll help you be efficient and in the know on all work related to you. 5. Use comments for every communication. Comments should be your go-to feature in Jira. They are the ultimate tool to collaborate with your team and keep work organized. Use comments to document any update, question, or request, even if it feels trivial. This way, your team will see the entire history of an issue's progress through the workflow. This can help you more accurately plan your future work. The best practice is to use comments to communicate progress, ask questions, find resources, ask for opinions, get ideas, request feedback, and mention teammates. When used consistently, comments create a source of truth for your work. They gather updates in one place and allow anyone on your team to get up to speed quickly. If there's one best practice to take away from this lesson, use the Jira comments for every communication. Now that you're an expert on issues, let's customize your Jira experience, starting with your personal settings. Personalize your settings to make Jira work best for you. Jira is a flexible tool, allowing for a variety of customizations. While your Jira admin or team leader will set up many customizations, there are a few important settings you can control. To access your personal settings, select your profile picture icon at the top right. Select Personal Settings. Update your preferences and select Save Changes. Click the numbers to learn about each personal setting. Here's a list of the personal settings. Your time zone. Set your date and time zone preferences. Language. Change your preferred language. Watch your issues. Automatically become a watcher of any issue that you create or comment on. This means you'll get an email when someone updates or comments on the issue. Your Jira homepage. Choose your preferred homepage. When you click on the Jira logo in the top left, it will take you to your selected page. Email notifications. Choose how and when you receive email notifications. Here's a list of the personal settings. Your time zone. Set your date and time zone preferences.
That one I looked at.
Tips to optimize your personal settings. 1. Stay in the loop by enabling Watch Your Issues. With this setting, you automatically become a watcher of any issue you interact with. This means you will receive notifications anytime there is an update to the issue. Why is this helpful? It helps you keep track of your work always. In Jira, you'll often work on issues where someone else is the assignee. You're still a contributor, though. You still need to know about updates and changes to the issue. By enabling Watch Your Issues, you'll automatically stay in the loop with email notifications. If the emails get overwhelming, remember you can always unwatch an issue to stop receiving the messages. To unwatch an issue, click the eye icon within the issue details. Set the Jira homepage to your work. Your default homepage may be set to the project directory. While this can be helpful at times, most users prefer to see the work assigned to them. To do this, set your homepage to your work. Why is this helpful? It helps you find your work quickly and effortlessly. The Your Work screen shows items you've recently worked on or viewed. Recent projects, boards, and issues can all be found with a few clicks. Change the homepage to your work, and you'll never be too far from your most important projects and tasks. Three, personalize your email preferences. As you know, email is the best way to stay on top of your issues. Jira's default email settings are all-inclusive. You get emails for nearly any issue change. Each email has a direct link to the issue, making it easy to see and respond. In your personal settings, you can change the volume of emails you receive. If you prefer to receive fewer emails, uncheck the boxes for activities you're not interested in. You can always come back to your settings and update preferences as you wish. Our recommendation is to keep the email settings as all-inclusive as you can manage. This will help you stay on top of your work and keep you informed of work going on around you. If emails become unwieldy, try setting up an email filter. Scroll down to learn how. Four, manage Jira emails with a custom email filter. Okay, so this tip is going to take us on a brief detour outside of the world of Jira. But it's related to Jira emails, and most pro users find it extremely helpful. If you feel you're receiving too many emails from Jira, set up a filter using your email client. Many users find email filters are a better way to manage Jira emails instead of changing their email preference settings. With a filter, you still get the important emails, but now they're labeled, categorized, and not cluttering your inbox. To set up an email filter, you'll need to do some light research to understand your email client. Know that the sender's email will always be jira@yourinstance.atlassian.net. Are your settings updated to perfection? Great! Let's work on your views and dashboards. Toggle between views and build custom dashboards to find what you need quickly. Jira gives you many ways to see your work, boards, backlogs, roadmaps, and others you'll learn soon. In previous courses, you learned the basics of these views. Now you'll learn how to get the most out of them. Applying these best practices will save you time finding and organizing work in Jira. You'll know exactly which view is best for every situation, and you'll be able to navigate to find the information you need. Scroll below to learn the best practices for seeing your work in Jira. Tips to see your work in Jira. 1. Use the board as your default view. As you're using Jira each day, default to the board view. It is the most practical view, giving you a quick snapshot of all current and upcoming work. Give this a try. Filter to see only your issues. This feature helps you cut through the clutter and focus on your work only. To do this, select your profile icon above the board, or select the Only My Issues button. Two, reorder your issues in the board view. Take complete control of how your issues are organized on your board. Within a single board, drag and drop issues vertically to organize them as you wish. Just be careful not to move an issue to the next column until it's ready. Some users prefer to organize their issues by date. Others prefer to organize by large initiative. Test out a few different strategies and see what you like. Give this a try. Find any column on your board and drag an issue above another issue to change its order. Three, save important searches as filters. Jira's basic search feature allows you to save filters for future use. A filter groups issues into a single view based on a set of search criteria. A saved filter can be shared with teammates, pulled as a report, or displayed in a dashboard, which you'll learn more about below. Give this a try. Save a search as a filter. Set your search specs and click Search. Near the top of the page, click Save As. Type a name for your filter and click Submit. Once the filter is saved, you can share or export your filter by using the buttons at the top right of your screen. Four, use dashboards to see everything all at once. A dashboard is a customized screen to give you a high-level snapshot of everything happening in Jira. Dashboards are made up of small configurable blocks called gadgets. Your default dashboard may have gadgets like Introduction, Projects, Assigned to Me, and Activity Stream. Any gadget can be edited or deleted. The overall dashboard layout is entirely customizable. You can create multiple dashboards for different projects, or one single dashboard that spans all the work you're involved with. Here's an example of a Jira dashboard. How to create your own dashboard. Step 1. Create a new dashboard. On the main navigation bar, select Dashboards, then Create Dashboard. Give your dashboard a name and description and select Save. Step 2. Add your gadgets. Gadgets are the building blocks of your dashboard. There are dozens of gadgets to choose from. Here's how to add gadgets to your dashboard. At the top right of your window, select Add Gadget. Scroll through the available gadgets and select Add Gadget. What are the most popular gadgets for users? It depends on how you use Jira. If you're not sure where to start, here are the 4 gadgets we recommend. Issues in Progress shows all your issues currently in progress. Assigned to Me shows all unresolved issues assigned to you. Activity Stream shows recent activity across your entire project. Created vs Resolved Chart shows a charted comparison of created issues and resolved issues to give you a sense of your workload.
So that is how you do a dashboard. You can see I've created the gadget for created versus resolved. I think I didn't delete this. Let me just delete this one. Hasn't been done. How they assigned it to me. I think I can save that. Then you can see it is already shown. I have no current issues. So that's how you can do a very good dashboard.
Step 3. Organize your gadgets and test your dashboard. Just like that, your new dashboard is ready to go. You can organize your gadgets by dragging and dropping them where you wish. If you find a gadget that isn't useful, delete it and add a new one. Many gadgets require you to set up filters before they can be used properly. You'll learn more about filters and dashboards in future courses. But for now, take some time to get familiar with the basics and test it out yourself. Every new dashboard is only visible to you. So feel free to explore new gadgets and filters to get the information you need. You've now got views and dashboards down. Next, see how you can integrate Jira with tools you already use. Integrate Jira with 3,000 plus apps to simplify your work life. Slack, Microsoft, Zoom, Google, and thousands more. Jira can integrate with 3,000 plus tools to help improve your productivity and efficiency. Today, we'll cover some of the most popular integrations to help optimize your Jira experience. Here are tips to connect Jira with other tools. 1. Integrate with Confluence to better manage projects. The easiest and most recommended tool to connect with Jira is Confluence, another Atlassian product. Confluence is a remote-friendly workspace to help your team build pages and manage information. Connecting Jira and Confluence creates one place for your team to build, organize, and collaborate on work. 76% of Jira software customers say they shipped projects faster after adding Confluence to help organize and manage agile projects. If your team isn't using Confluence yet, it's worth a try. It'll make a world of difference to help manage your projects.
So we're going to do the Confluence obviously next in the next Learn-a-thon. So you can even integrate with Slack. You can see here.
2. Integrate with Slack for simpler communications. Connecting Jira and Slack gives you real-time insight into your Jira projects. This integration helps you and your team be aware of any issue changes the second they occur. Instead of email notifications, this integration sends you Slack notifications when issues are created or updated. Connect Jira projects to Slack channels so your entire team gets updates. Plus, you can create new issues directly from Slack. If your team is already using Slack, the Jira add-on is an easy way to keep your work organized and in sync. 3. Integrate with Microsoft for smooth collaboration. Jira's integration with Microsoft Teams works wonders. This integration simplifies backlog collaboration and communication across your team. Within the Microsoft Teams tool, you can easily create tabs with issues. Plus, track and discuss your team's progress directly in your channel. If your team is already using Microsoft Teams, the Jira add-on is a simple way to keep your work and communications together. Note that for this integration, you will need administrator access. Four, integrate with Zoom to start meetings from any issue. Rather than toggling between calendars, the Zoom integration allows you to schedule video meetings directly from any issue. Every watcher of the issue will be automatically added to the invite, and the meeting links and details will be added to the issue comments. Record of video meeting and the file and transcript will also be in the Jira comments. If your team is already using Zoom, the Jira add-on is a helpful way to connect your work tasks with face-to-face communications. You're so close. Let's see if you can remember what you've learned.
So I'm not do that for that. I think I'm done. So let's look at the try it yourself activity. And I think to make sure that I don't fail the assessment, because I don't want to do it in a hurry, I think once you're done with this, I'll be done with the Learn-a-thon. Let's start this. So I'm practicing what I've learned through a simple.
Ready to try a few best practices? Complete this interactive scenario. See if you can help software developer Jason manage his work in Jira. Click the Start button below to begin the scenario.
Jason was mentioned in a Jira comment by his teammate Sophie. He received an email notification with the details. Select View Issue. In Jira, Jason notices the issue status is still in to-do, even though Sophie has started to work on it. Can you update the status? Yes. Here, then to in progress. The status of Jason is ready to respond to Sophie's comment. Select the comment box to start Jason's response. The comment, click the link icon and select design spec. Design spec from the, yeah, sure. Then in the comment box, click the art icon. And then mention Sophie. Type in a few words. Example, check the link. Check link. Then I can save. Save, so that is how it works. So if you're ready, so the comment and reply back, Jason. Thanks, I'll grab what I need from there. With the reaction, give a thumbs up. And I'm done with this scenario. So I'll now practice these questions. A teammate asks you to send them an asset related to an issue you're working on. What is the best practice? Send an email? No. Use the people drop down. Share the asset as a comment and in the issue, and mention the teammate. I think this one should be fine. As a Jira user, which view should you spend your time most in? I think it's the board view. Am I correct? Yes. In the board view, which of the following is a way to see only your issues? Go to board settings, change the seamless. No. Start the board. Click refresh. No, select the picture icon, go to board. This is crazy. Start the board. To see. And click refresh. I'm not sure about this one. Let me just say this one. Maybe I might be correct. Oh, I'm correct. Select the profile picture icon above the board. I just followed my instinct. So what do I do next? You have officially completed Jira best practices. Take a 30-question assessment to earn your Jira fundamentals badge. To earn your badge, you need to complete all 3. Just scroll down and record, then take the 30-question assessment. So I'll do this. And as I feel, time is really flown. But I feel that if I do the assessment right now, I have to score 80%, and you have 45 minutes to complete them. I'll do the assessment later on, but you should get to this point where you can be able to do the assessment. So maybe I'll do it tomorrow in the morning or something of that sort. So I think that is basically it. So that is our Learn-a-thon. So it was like almost it almost got to 3 hours. It was said it was 90 minutes, but at least we ran through. For those who joined in a bit later, so we went on the Jira fundamentals learning path. So what we did is we did all these. You can see I've already done getting started with Jira. I did the basic Jira navigation, the Jira best practices, and now what is left is for me to do this so that I can get my badge. How do you get this? You just go to Atlassian University, sign up, and start learning using your account. So this is Atlassian University, and we're able to see how you'll be able to do it. I think that said, thank you so much for this. We'll see me when I see you, and thank you. I'm just